the old saying that everyone says is games are won and lost in the midfield. And I feel like the midfield is honestly Gareth's worst attribute. Like, I feel like he can't pick a successful midfield to save his life. Like,
well, look at this. Okay, so
real quick, I just wanted to. Okay, I wanted to read the Malta midfield. Is that what you were going to do?
That is word for word. I was about to say. Go ahead.
So, starting defensive mid, you have Jordan Henderson, who has no pace, is not like known for his passing ability, like not really anymore. He's more of a work rate person and a number 8, and he's just past it. Like, and he's been past it. Next to him, you have Alexander Arnold, who I did want to see more of him in the midfield, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work well enough. There's not enough balance.
He's better. He's a right back. He's better there than I feel like he plays well there. He does play well, but I feel like it's a hodgepodge. I feel like, again, it is Gareth Southgate being too loyal to Alexander Trent rather than saying, I'm sorry, you're a great football player, but you don't fit in this squad. He falls behind Kyle Walker and Kieran Trippier and Ben White in my book. I think all three of them are better than Alexander Trent at right back for England. And then even Reece James and Trent, I think, are both phenomenal. Right, we have so many right backs, and rather than saying, sorry, Trent, you don't fit in our squad, he tries to make him into a midfielder. And there are better people. There are better midfielders. Don't hodgepodge a midfield to try and slot someone in your team. Get an actual midfielder.
And like, if you're gonna have Trent play, the system I would rather see is having, and this is a little bit of a wilder shout, but having Kyle Walker paired with John Stones as a centre back, and maybe having Trippier as the left back, and then Trent as right back, and then if he inverts into the midfield, having the back three of Trippier, Walker, and Stones. But asking Gareth Southgate evolve is like trying to get blood from a stone. Like, he just is so stuck in this antiquated style of football with all of the like progressive managers and styles of play that are in England right now. I feel like it's almost disrespectful to some of these players where they come on international break and they're playing like U11's football, honestly. So
yeah, it doesn't make any sense. These people shouldn't be. I don't think, like, looking at that starting squad against Malta, right? So those three people you didn't finish. So there's Trent, there's Henderson, and there's Gallagher. None of those make it into the starting 11.
None.
In my book.
Genuinely.
None of them make it into the starting 11. I don't even think a few of them make it into the England squad. Maybe all of them make it. I don't even know if they make it into the England squad. But none of them make it into that starting 11. So that's ridiculous. And then today we had Rice and Alexander Arnold as the background pairing. Again, I don't think. Obviously, Rice is in there. Obviously, Alexander Arnold. I don't think he should be in the England squad personally.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a strong enough defender, and so we're trying to shift to make things different, and I don't think it works. I think it's so that, like you said, that he's trying to integrate the young players in. We're not training people off of the youth academy. This is England, where there are so many top of the top class players, right? Every single position, every single person that gets into that squad is kicking out a top level player. So you need to deserve your spot, because it's about finding the best of the best. And that is not, none of those people are best of the best in England. So
no, that's valid. And you think about people like Eddie Nketiah. If he went to the Italian league, I bet he would score like 15 goals. If he went to the Bundesliga, I think the same thing. So And these are people that aren't good enough really to get into the England squad. Why not throw someone like a Jared Bowen in there on the left wing and then play Foden as the 10 instead of putting Conor Gallagher, who offensively brings little. Yes, he's really good tackler and he is a great engine, but it seems like a waste of an experiment, honestly, because I could have told you that Henderson, Gallagher, and Trent wouldn't work.
Terrible.
And yeah, we won 2-0, but we had to bring some subs in before anything happened.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like, all phenomenal players, right? Conor Gallagher's a phenomenal player. I really rate Conor Gallagher. Trent, has been phenomenal for Liverpool, but he has his weaknesses, especially defensively. And Jordan Henderson, many Liverpool fans would argue that he is up there as one of the greatest ever captains that Liverpool has ever had. So, in and of themselves, they are all phenomenal players, but where they're at right now, they do not get in there. So I just think he's had so much time. He has had so many opportunities to do things, and it would not surprise me to see Jordan Henderson in the midfield next summer. It wouldn't surprise me for Gareth Southgate to pick him again. Or like Calvin Phillips, who never plays for City.
How is he in the squad? Like, genuinely, no idea. How is he in the squad?
No idea.
Pep doesn't even trust him to start when they have no other defensive mids available. He'll still put him on the bench.
I mean, we'll get this later when we talk about who we think are, people should be. But the fact that James Ward-Prowse isn't in the squad, but you have people like
Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, like Calvin Phillips, who, James Ward-Prowse. I really rate James. I think James Ward-Prowse is awesome. And Calvin Phillips never plays. And obviously one should be starting over the other. But again, the Southgate bias keeps Calvin Phillips' spot in the squad. So it doesn't make any sense.
No, absolutely.